Hello everyone. Let me see, how do I... This would be about me. I have the Gypsy Rose prison call. The first one she had with Robert, or at least the first one that we have found that she had with Robert. So maybe we would listen to that. Hello everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Give it a few minutes, see if anybody else wants to come in here. And this call will be on 7/18/2017. And it's Gypsy Rose and Robert. The first call with Mr. Robert. Be interesting to see how this goes. I've listened to a little bit of it, not much. I know at the beginning of it, they're pretty much just talking about the her schooling and getting to know each other, and it's just pretty much watching the dynamics of their relationship unfolding. And that's what we'll do today. Hello. Here in a minute. Oh, look, there it is. Present call. Hello, hello. Welcome in, everyone. And this will be 7/18/2017, Gypsy Rose and Robert. First call with Mr. Robert. And this will be going over the prison calls. I'm going to go ahead and start it because it's pretty slow when you first start out.
You may start the conversation now.
Hello?
Hi, is this Robert?
Can y'all hear
Yes,
that
hi,
okay?
Gypsy, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing good. I was talking to Mom earlier, and that you guys were texting, so I was like, well, I had just sent him a letter, but might as well ask, I was like, do you want to talk on the phone? Because
Oh, sure.
I have
Yeah.
tons of minutes, because,
And I just want to point out on this call, 7/18/2017, between Gypsy Rose Blanchard and Robert, it's their first phone call. And apparently, Christy sent Mr. Robert to Gypsy. Or Gypsy sent, Christy sent him. I'm not exactly sure why Christy is sending all these men to Gypsy, but let's see what she says.
put like over 500 minutes on the phone, so I have a lot of minutes to talk.
Well, your mom actually told me that you have to go at 7.
And just to interject, 7/18/2017, Mr. Robert, while you're talking to Gypsy Rose, the woman that you talked to, Christy, is not her mom. The reason why she's sitting in prison right now is because of what she did to her mom. Let's continue.
So you can call your dad.
Yeah, that's why I called you a bit early.
Oh.
My
So
dad,
how are you?
I'm doing good. Just a normal day. I go to school, so like I told you before,
Hello,
so
everyone.
I'm in class for 2 hours, and then I'm a dorm tender, so on my wing, and so I clean, like it's janitorial services, and
Oh, okay.
yeah, I get off at 4, and then I start at 3, and then work till 4, and then I start again at 6, and really I do my job pretty quickly because they have like 4 dorm tenders on the wing, and so I mean it's not like I have the whole wing to myself. No, if somebody was get fired or something, then I'd have to do the whole week by myself. But there's different people doing different things, so it doesn't take that long to work.
Yeah.
And then I'm free the rest of the time, so yeah.
Oh, really? So that's your only job?
Yeah, as of right now, until I get that GED, because I want to do cosmetology, and
Oh.
I have to have a GED for that. And there are paid jobs where I have a paid job, but it's $7.50 a month.
We're going to speed it
it's not
up a
very
little
high-paid
bit.
job.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But if I was to do something like work release, when I get closer to leaving, then that's something I would want to do, because they take people out of the prison and have them work at like animal shelters or the golf course or something like that. And so I think they get paid $100-something a month. So it's
Oh, wow.
a better paid job. But I'm just working at the GED first. And then once I get that, I can do more things that I want to do. I'm kind of limited right now because of that.
Oh, okay.
Once I get that done, I'll be more productive in my day-to-day life. There's not much
So
that goes on.
Yeah, so when are you going to get your GED?
I'm working on that. There's not really a set time for that. It's just it goes by my levels, and they have A level is advanced, and they want you to be all in A level for every subject, but not everybody is. And I'm pretty close. I'm in A language.
Okay. Basically, what they're talking about is her education, and this call is on 7/18/2017 between Gypsy Rose Blanchard and Mr. Robert. This is the first call that they've been able to find, and you can find these calls on Gypsy Rose Prison Calls on YT. And this call, they're talking about her education. And with it being 2017, the 7th month, that's what, 2 years after she did what she did? And she's already on a level A for being able to graduate with a GED?
Reading, and now a D math. So, I mean, if I could just up my math even just a little bit more, then I could take the pre-test. And then if I pass the
Hello, everyone.
pre-test, then I'll move on to do the high set test. And if I pass that, then I graduate. So, and then I
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Right on.
it's like a bunch of hoops you have to jump through.
Yeah.
And if anyone wants to come out, if
They
anyone wants to come up, they
study
can.
books?
They do, like, we have classrooms, and I'm in Miss Frisbee's class, and
Miss
she's really
Frisbee's
sweet, and
class.
she's encouraging, and
Okay.
and they have
Goodness.
textbooks, study books, and, you know, we check them out to our housing unit. I think we're allowed to take back 2 textbooks, and then when we're studying for the pre-test, 3 textbooks. But
Oh, okay.
I've been studying that for, probably about 5 months straight. I'm not worried about, doing reading and language, because if it was up to those subjects,
I am
might be
speeding it up.
Yeah, yeah.
There's just that pesky math. So once I get that up, then I'll get it. And then
Yeah, I'm. No. I was going to say that I'm right there with you. When I was your age, I sucked at math really bad.
yeah, it's just a difficult subject. And I started from being like 3rd grade math. And
Okay, on this call, 7/18/2017, between Gypsy Rose Blanchard and Mr. Robert, it's the first phone call, and he just said something about at her age. He struggled in math also. Exactly how old do you think this woman is, Mr. Robert? And how old are you? And then that makes me curious. Why would Christy be sending older men to Gypsy? Just a question.
I mean, I never went to public school, and I didn't have any formal schooling. And how I got so well at reading is just I read the Harry Potter books and kind of
Yeah,
taught
she
myself
might have to go back to that.
And my mom helped me out like a little bit in the beginning when I was really young with like cat, that sort of thing, like 1st grade pre.
But how are you able to read Harry Potter books at the time of your arrest, but your mama only helped you out a little bit with hat, bat, and cat?
School level.
Yeah.
And then I just started sounding things out, and I'm not the best speller. So if you notice in my letter something might be misspelled, because I'm good at reading, good at language, but not that great at spelling.
Do you have access to a dictionary?
Yeah, I check a dictionary out every week from the library. I'm like,
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
yeah. Because I'm like, I do word of the day for me and my roommate, and
Oh, cool.
I close my eyes and I pick a random word, and that'll be the word of the day, and we have to learn the meaning and everything, how to spell.
On this call, 7/18/2017, between Gypsy Rose Blanchard and Mr. Robert. It's their first phone call. And she's talking about picking a word of the day. I'm curious to know, did you do that with your mother also? Because that seems like something that she would have done with you. Just curious.
So it makes it a little better.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. As odd as it sounds, I'm a little better at typing on the computer. Things seem to be spelled more correctly than actually writing it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's just what I'm used to.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, no one really writes letters anymore. It's kind of sad.
Oh, it is sad. In here, it's like there's no internet access. So you're kind of taken back to when there was no internet. And so writing letters and, phone calls is what we have. And, you can also send me an email if you'd like. How to do that is accesscorrections.com.
Mm-hmm.
I personally don't know how to actually send one because I'm in here. But all my friends, send me emails and stuff. It's a little bit quicker than a letter. I prefer either one. I'm like, I could answer quicker with an email, but I prefer handwritten letters, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was really confused when your mom told me that. I was like, but she doesn't have a computer.
Right.
How could she use email?
Right, they print them out for us, and they deliver it to us at mail time. And so
that makes sense.
it's just like a little printout of the email. So,
Oh, cool. Okay.
yeah.
Huh.
So I'm like,
Well, I'm sure you get a ton of mail.
I have been, especially after the documentary came out, but
Yeah.
lately it's been slacking down. I don't write everybody back just because it's difficult with stamps and everything.
Yeah.
And also it got so overwhelming at first.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
I had like this whole bunk spread out the whole table and everything spread out with letters, and I'm like, I need to write back people because I cannot write a short letter to save my life. I have to tell people what's going on with me in detail and everything. I just can't keep it short.
Oh, well,
Time consuming.
well, I mean, you have to
morning.
perfect the art of the thank you letter.
Right.
Yeah, because when I graduated from high school, I had to write.
Right now we are listening to 7/18/2017, and it's the Gypsy Rose and Robert first phone call from Robert, or with Robert, because he can't call her, so. Because we know why he can't call her, but apparently these people haven't figured it out. I think they think that she's at summer camp.
At least 500 of those.
Oh.
And yeah, you just the trick is that you find one detail within the letter and focus on it, and then just say, thank you for your letter, and then kind of reference that,
Hi,
and then
Sissy.
keep it incredibly short, like a paragraph.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, that's
Hello,
Good
everyone.
idea. For me, I go through, I have to read the other person's letter and go through what they say in it to reply back as if I'd be talking on the phone or something. And so I have to go through it to remember what they said because I don't want to read it and be like, I forgot to, respond back to what this person said.
Well, I can tell you from what we've learned so far on this prison call from 7/18/2017 that you can find on YT on the Gypsy Rose prison calls. And this one is between Gypsy Rose and Mr. Robert, the first time that she called Mr. Robert. Apparently, Mr. Robert knows Christy, and Christy sent him to Gypsy. So Christy hooked them up. So let's see what else develops on this call. So far they have talked about her education, and now he's telling her how to shorthand responses to her people that write her.
So that, what happens if they ask a question or something. So, yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
It takes me time.
Is the volume okay, y'all?
I was like, I'm getting like 10 letters a day, and I only put out 4 a day, and I feel exhausted at the end of the day, like I wrote all these letters. But I'm like, I only wrote 4, man. Yeah.
Well, you're going to be quite the wordsmith once you get out, you know?
Maybe so. Maybe
Okay,
so.
good.
And thank you so much
And
for
if anyone
the
wants to
book.
come up, they
Oh my
can.
God, that
Oh,
it is like awesome. Like really.
I thought you would love it, yeah.
Yeah, I love stuff like that. Like anything with information and
Mm-hmm.
anything with little factoids in it, I love. And like I was overwhelmed with books at first because you're only allowed 6. And so I fit
Oh, like in yourself?
Yeah, like 6 personal books. Now that doesn't include my Bible. So
Okay.
yeah. And so I
Okay.
sent some home with mom and dad, and the only one that I kept.
Have to stop it here because on 7/18/2017, in this call between Gypsy Rose Blanchard and Mr. Robert, Robert, that is not her mom that you're talking about. Miss Christie is not the reason why you're talking to her, where you're talking to her, which is the prison at Chillicothe, is because she took her mom out. So it's her stepmom that sent her you to Miss Gypsy.
It was yours. So I was like,
Aw.
this is the only one that I'm actually gonna read and read a lot and pick up, every night and stuff. So I'm gonna keep this one and then I'll send the rest home and I'll read them whenever I get home. So.
Definitely. Oh, I'm so flattered.
And
Wow.
and thankfully I saved up enough money. I'm buying the typewriter come Friday.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
So I'm gonna start working on the book. I don't know what I'm gonna call it just yet. I don't have a title in mind. So I gotta kind of think about that one. But mom said that she was gonna send me some
Not
things
your
that
mom.
she wrote down. Just stuff that she remembers. Things about my mom and just their relationship and things
I
like
don't-
that. Stories.
I don't
Oh.
know.
And so I
Yeah.
don't think
include
so.
that along
Okay.
with it. Because I'm like,
Well, did you find those notes helpful?
I did,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I was about to
because I was
say-
wondering, I was like, look at,
I was about to say, I bet he gave her some tips and notes for all that. But on this call from Mr. Robert, it's their first phone call on 7/18/2017, and apparently Christy hooked them up. So let's see what else happens.
in the library for something like that to try and help me
I
kind of
think he might be
understand
an
how to
author.
even begin to write a book. And
Yeah.
there was nothing in the library about it. They have certain grammar books, things like that, poetry, but nothing
Yeah.
on how to
Sorry, guys.
click on writing your own book. So
Yeah.
yeah, those were very, very helpful. And yes, thank you. Because I'm like,
Oh, no problem.
I can't go
Well,
online
I'll-
and research that stuff.
Yeah, well, I'll keep an eye out though, because I have a wish list that I made for you of like just ideas. I know it's weird.
It's fine. It's fine.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I just I kind of I was like, oh, Jesse would love this, or something along those lines, or when it was so funny. I got to tell you this though. When your mom told me that the commissary sold typewriters, I was like, what? I was like, that's the most random thing.
Have we ever heard anything about her getting a typewriter, y'all? I didn't even know that they sold them, or I don't remember anything mentioned about a typewriter. But on 7/18/2017, in this phone call between Gypsy Rose Blanchard and Mr. Robert, she's telling him that she's going to get a typewriter so she can write her book. Also, Christy sent him to Gypsy.
I know, it is kind of...
And wasn't she talking to Ken at this time on 7/18/2017? Because I could have sworn that she had already been talking to him.
and I went up there to let them know that I want to purchase one. and they're looking at me like I'm from outer space or something, and
Yeah, that's a bulky item.
I want to order a typewriter. And they're like, even the lady that works there that heads up the whole canteen doesn't know how to go about to order a typewriter. And one lady said, just put it on the kiosk, and that's that. It's just like ordering a TV. And I'm like,
Yeah.
the code doesn't work. You know, they have it on the canteen list, but the code for it doesn't work to put it on the kiosk. And so I assumed that it may be a more complicated process. And she's like, let me get your name and your number, and I will call you up to canteen Friday to figure out the transaction.
Oh.
I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Wow.
Yeah, because I ordered my TV. I just put the code on the kiosk, and that worked. But I guess it's an expensive, more expensive item, should I say? And then even the
Well, I'm sure no one else has ordered one ever.
I'm sure, like, they have a girl here that she's doing Life Without, and she has one.
Yes,
And,
salty.
so, I mean, to the lifers, they get one, just for, like, legal purposes or just to write letters and stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, the people that are only doing 6 months or whatever, they're not going to buy it.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Right.
Is it electric or manual?
I don't know the difference.
Oh, well, electric is, I mean, you plug it in, kind of like your TV, but the manual one is the one with the sliding, those oldie typewriters?
The old ones. Yeah, the old ones. No, this is the electric. This is the newer version.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it's see-through. Every appliance that we have is see-through.
I was always curious about that. Why is that?
I think maybe it's just so that.
On 7/18/2017, in this call between Gypsy and Mr. Robert, it's your first phone call together, and you're wondering why appliances or anything that they sell is see-through. My first guess would be because of maybe hiding stuff that you're not supposed to have. But let's see what Let's see what Gypsy says.
You can make sure that nothing is stored in them, like drugs or something. Because my radio, my CD player, my TV, just everything is see-through. And I'm like, this is a little weird, but you can best believe that I am taking that, I call it my invisible TV, my invisible TV home with me. I'm like, if this thing ever breaks and I have a garage sale, they're going to know I've been to prison.
Oh, it's okay. It doesn't matter. I mean, that's the funny thing. Like, I don't understand why that stigma has to go around. You know what I mean? I mean, if you do your time, then, I mean, that's it. You know, you paid your debt.
Yeah.
That's what I don't understand about people.
I know, and it sucks because it's like when I get out, I know that I'll be branded for life, and.
On this call between Gypsy and Robert, the first phone call that she had with Mr. Robert on 7/18/2017, and you can find these calls on YT under Gypsy Rose Prison Calls. On this one, she just said that when she gets out, she knows that she will be branded for life because of what you did. Why are we even sitting here and listening to these? Why didn't you just get out and go about your business? We didn't need to know everything about you. But here we are in 2026 on 8/17 at 9:46 in the morning talking about Miss Gypsy and her prison call to Mr. Robert back in 2017. And you can find these calls on Gypsy Rose Prison Calls on YT. And she just stated that she knows that she's going to be branded for life for what she did.
Oh.
I feel like I do feel like it's unfair because I have the title of murderer now on my name, and I'm not.
But you didn't murder anybody.
Wait. I'm sorry, y'all. I know I get carried away at times. But on this call on 7/18/2017, Mr. Robert, yes, she is. That's why she's sitting in prison right now, and you were speaking to her in 2017. And we've heard other prison calls now, and we've pretty much put the timeline together, and we know what happened. So I don't see how you can say that. But let's go on.
I know, that's my point. And I'm like, if you would know me in person, like, I don't even hurt bugs. That's how, like, non-violent I am. Like, I don't get in fights. I avoid verbal and...
We saw the blanket video that came out not too long ago, y'all. She was very angry at that blanket.
Confrontation at any means possible.
That's good. Very good.
Just avoid it. And I'm just like, let's make peace, you know? I'm not violent. So I'm like, whenever people ask me, what are you here for? I'm like, second-degree murder. And they're like, you? You're kidding. I'm like, no, unfortunately not.
Yeah.
It does kind of suck, but...
Black Widow.
I'm thankful that I didn't get longer time because I know that if I did not have the background that I have, I would have gotten longer time. I think that the prosecutor had pity on me. And that, you know.
And this is the problem right here, y'all. On 7/18/2017, in this prison call between Gypsy and Mr. Robert, their first phone call that they had. And by the way, Christy sent him to Gypsy. And you can find these prison calls on Gypsy Rose Prison Calls on YT. Yeah. Really? I mean, seriously right now?
Oh, my father, he's like, here he is in the documentary, is practically defending you, but he sentenced you to 10 years in freaking prison. What sense does that make? And I'm like, yeah.
Because of what you did. Because of what you did was premeditated. We don't really even know. Do we know what the judge took into account? The reason why he gave her such a lenient, or the prosecutor gave her such a lenient plea deal? I mean, we know it was based on the medical stuff. I mean, and with that being said, by the phone calls, the medical documents, and everything else, that's thrown out the window now. So, what did she get her plea deal based on? Again, because if it was for pity and for sympathy, wouldn't that be thrown out the window as soon as you find out that she has a microdeletion? And her mama did everything that she could to make sure she was okay?
He has a reputation for being a hard-ass prosecutor.
Exactly.
You know, his job is to prosecute and send me to prison. But, I mean, it was still... I'm sorry, they're talking over the microphone.
No, it's okay.
I hate it when they sign in like that.
What is that?
It's a big bullhorn that they make announcements on our wing. And they could...
Oh, wow.
Especially at, like, 7 a.m. And they call this person... Gypsy Blanchard to the module, and everybody has to hear it, so it's kind of annoying. But yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's like I understand why I got, you know, still time, but I do want to go home so bad, and like I take responsibility for what I've done, and I feel like I have remorse, and I feel like I can have so much more help on the outside.
On 7/18/2017, in this call between Gypsy and Robert, right now in 2026, do y'all think she has remorse? Or has shown any? And when she got out, did she help more people on the outside?
Than in here. Because in
Yeah.
here, there is counselors, but I can't get the right amount of help that I need. And that's why I do want to look into, and I know my dad will get me the best therapist possible when I get out. And
Okay, so you're telling this man right here on 7/18/2017 in this call between Gypsy and Robert, which is their first phone call, by the way, that when you get out that you're going to get therapy. But in that interview that you had with Kim Kardashian, didn't you tell her that you didn't need any therapy and it wasn't possible to get any in prison?
I just have a lot of processing to do, you know?
Oh, very much so, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just going to take a little time because I'm like, I don't consider myself messed up, quote unquote. I just think that I have questions to want to know why. Why me? And, you know, things don't make sense because I don't fully understand it. And maybe a therapist knowing certain types of mental illnesses could help me understand my mother, could help me understand me and understand Nick and put it all together because there seems to be like a lot of things that I still am piecing together every day. Like I learn new stuff all the time by talking to mom and dad on the phone.
Yeah.
Hold up. How is it that you learn new stuff all the time by talking to Christy and your dad on the phone that you're telling Mr. Robert about? Because most of the stuff that you should know should come from your memory because it's your life and you lived it. Why is anybody else having to tell you anything about your life?
So it's like, it's crazy to think that, you know, I've lived my whole life not really knowing anything about myself. So they're trying to help me, and in turn, I'm trying to help them. So,
Yeah. Well, you know what's really cool though?
what?
Well, I mean, if you think about it, you know, there's a term. I mean, there's actually a word for, you know, what you went through. So that means that there's knowledge out there. You know what I mean? And that means that, yeah, people understand. And yeah, I mean, it's going to take a long time. And I've actually been reading up on it, and it's so funny. I mean, it's just like, you know, you're mostly. I mean, I'm not a professional, and I'm not. I mean, you know, this is just my opinion, but I mean, I just think, like, you know, I mean, I think mostly what it is just PTSD. You know,
Yeah.
post-traumatic stress, you know, syndrome, and I mean, you know, it's really. I mean. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to like, you know, tell you how I relate, like over the phone because.
That's fine.
Well, I mean, I was hoping it was so funny too because before you called, I was talking to Christy because I was telling her that I was hoping to go up and visit you in September.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, but I mean, like I was telling her, I said, you know, it would be much better to, you know, have a face-to-face to get a better impression rather than over the phone, you know?
Yeah.
So, but
On this call, 7/18/2017, between Gypsy and Robert, it's their first phone call. Christy, why are you sending men over to Gypsy? Just curious. And are these men coming from the Facebook groups, the support groups? Is that how y'all found all these men to send over there to her that was sending her money? Just wondering.
I mean, you know, you wanted to talk to me, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, I was like, I had seen, because they have the information for visits posted up on our billboard. So I went up to the library, and I'm like, well, I could just print out some information. I don't know what kind of information they have on the website, but
Yeah.
I printed out, like, the dress code. Mia almost got turned away because she has
Why?
a teeny tiny hole in her jeans. And
What?
yeah, and you can't have ripped jeans. Nothing provocative or sexy or anything like that. Nothing that shows too much skin. Nothing with vile language on it. Just things like that. I'm like, who would come to a prison in like sexy clothing? Seriously. But
Or a woman's like, yeah.
it's just like
That's
crazy.
funny.
But
That's
yeah.
funny.
Mia was like, yeah, I almost got turned away because I had a little hole in my jeans, and they threw a fit about it. I'm like, oh my god.
Lordy. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. And let's see, what other things? What you could bring? You could bring up to $50 worth of quarters, though nobody goes through $50 worth of quarters in the visiting room. I mean, it's possible, but nobody does that much. I mean, if you want to eat for weeks.
Yeah, Gypsy, we can try.
And so they got good food up there. They've got like burgers, which we can buy those burgers that they have in the visiting room, but I think they price gouge us majorly because the ones in the visiting room is like $2 and something cents, and over here to buy them off Canteen, it's like $4, almost $5 a burger. I'm like,
damn.
that is a
You're
rip
right,
off.
Lions Den.
And so we got sandwiches and pizza, and then of course your normal vending machine food, soda pop and chips and snacks and stuff.
Now, what's the difference between that and a food visit?
Okay, so the food visit is where someone could bring in food for me, as long as it's in a plastic container.
No, that would have been all them animals that
I
disappeared.
was so close to having a food visit with Mom and Dad, but I had caught a violation.
Not your mom.
And I was almost clear of that violation. I was like a week shy of being 90 days violation free. Whenever they came. So I'm like, next time, guys. And in fact, the last time they came, I had only got 2
Speeding it
violations
up.
in a year. Since I've been here. One was for circumventing.
Okay, she's talking about her violations here on 7/18/2017 between Gypsy Rose and Mr. Robert. It is their first phone call. And you can find this on Gypsy Rose Prison Calls on YT. And she's talking about what she got in trouble for. And what is circumventing?
Mail, which I had a pen pal, and he didn't know what I looked like. So I wanted to send him a picture. So I wrote in a letter, I'm sending your mom a picture of me to send to you. They caught that. And,
Y'all, I gotta pause
got
it
a
and I will
violation
be back.
for
My
it.
husband is calling me.
Oh.
So I will be back. when my husband calls, I have to answer. But we are back. Let me make sure everything's set up good. Okay. Welcome back. Well, I'm welcome back. We are going over the prison calls from 7/18/2017. And this call is between Gypsy and Mr. Robert. It is their first phone call. And apparently, Miss Christie set them up together. And you can find this call on YT on the Gypsy Rose prison calls.
Because offenders can't send offenders pictures of each other. And then in April, I had slept through count. It was because they count us at certain times.
Uh-huh.
And so I was sleeping because I had a test for school that morning, and I was so tired. And so I just took a nap, did not even hear them call count over the speaker. And I was sleeping, and then they knocked at the door with the door wide open. And, okay, the rules are you're supposed to be sitting on your bunk with the light on and the door shut. The door was open, the light was off, and I was sleeping. And I climbed down off the bunk, and I'm like, hold on, let me get it for you. I turned on the light, climbed back on my bunk, and told them, I'm ready now. They're like, hand me your ID. I'm like, shoot.
Oh.
I only got, the first violation you get is 8 hours extra duty. And that's extra cleaning or cleaning out the smoke pit or something simple.
Smoke pit?
Yeah. Lots of people smoke here. Real cigarettes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like everybody smokes.
Wait, I didn't know that was allowed.
Yeah, like, in county, it's not allowed, even though they started selling e-cigarettes. And, I had a couple of e-cigarettes. I liked the menthol. But then whenever I came here, they don't sell those, so I wanted to quit. So, I just quit. I was like, okay, like you come to prison for smoking, or come to jail for smoking. What's wrong with you?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I cannot picture you smoking a cigarette.
No, okay, listen. For my 25th birthday, I spent it in Vandalia and I had just got to prison. And they make you go through receiving and orientation. And I was like, well, this is the first birthday, well, the second that I had been locked up, but the first one, it was like a month after I got arrested, so I wasn't much into celebrating. And so anyway, I just wanted to do something special. And I was like, well, I can't buy me an adult beverage like most people do when they turn 21, so I'm going to buy me a cigarette.
But hold on. On 7/18, in this phone call in 2017, that you're talking to Mr. Robert and it's your first phone call. Gypsy, we saw a video with you and your mom in Cape Cod, and y'all were at a restaurant bar setting, and I'm pretty sure there was something that you said about being in a bar and alcohol and being a joke. So, we know that you drank already, and Dee Dee knew that you drank. So why are you acting like you didn't do that? Or that was your first cigarette? It's always the first with you.
Oh, that was the worst mistake. Because I paid 10 stamps and a deodorant, a brand new deodorant, for this cigarette that was itty-bitty roll-up, not much tobacco in it. And I take one drag, and I'm coughing my lungs out. I'm like, oh, that was stupid, but hey, it was fun to me, because I'm like, it's a new experience. Memories.
Yeah. The new adult you.
Right, exactly.
You get to make dumb decisions.
Yes, and I have made a couple while I've been here. I tried to do a jail tattoo while I was in county.
What?
Yeah, that didn't work out so well. Cause
Wait, on yourself or
on
someone
myself.
else?
On myself.
Oh my God, what were you doing?
They had these they had a lot of girls come in with these 3 dots on their hands, and according to them, it stood for my crazy effed up life. And I was like, well, that seems fitting. So I took a comb pick and I sharpened it, and then we had ink pens. So I took the ink out of the ink pen and I just started tapping my skin with it on my hands. And anyway, yeah, the ink stayed for like about 3 days, and then the ink fell off, and then it got infected, and now it's just 3 scars, 3 little dotted scars on my hands.
Well, you better wait until you get out, because I'm sure Bobby can help you with that.
Yeah, and I already discussed like what I want.
So, on this call, 7/18/2017, between Gypsy Rose and Mr. Robert, we found out that Christy has sent him over to Miss Gypsy. And just now, we know that he knows about Bobby, that Bobby's a tattoo artist. So, I'm assuming that he came from one of the Facebook groups. So he was one of her supporters that turned into something way different. And it's interesting to see this develop because he doesn't know everything back in 2017 that we know right now in 2026. So the things that they're talking about and the things that they're discussing, we already know the answers to. Let's see what else they say.
Him to do. I want to get an anchor with Daddy's Girl on it. I don't know where I want to have it done at. I'm thinking maybe my ankle or something. And then I want to get a little bluebird because I always reference myself as a little bluebird that was in an invisible cage. So I want to get that done somewhere. So I'm not going overboard and doing whole sleeves out or anything. No.
You totally should.
With piercings, purple hair, and sleeved out. No.
And think about it, no one will recognize you.
That's a good point, but that's not exactly, that's just not me.
Yeah. Oh.
Like, maybe a little.
Well, don't worry, though.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Well, don't worry, though.
I already talked about it with Bobby, and he said he's going to give me the family discount. So, that'll be free. You better give me that tattoo free. So, yeah.
Now, you should put the anchor on your arm, just like, that's buff shit right there.
No.
Just roll up your sleeve and just show it off.
No. No, I'm not going for gangsta girl. Even though my roommates we have like a lot of fun in our room. Mostly because it's moi that's living with them, and I make light of every.
On this call, 7/18/2017, between Gypsy and Robert, it's their first phone call together, and she says that she makes light of everything. Gypsy, you're in prison. I don't understand how you can be making light of that.
And rarely do we ever get into an argument or anything where the room is uncomfortable or anything. So it's usually always light and fluffy and happy.
That wind sound is coming from Robert's phone, y'all.
And yesterday they were trying to come up with a rap song for me. Now, mind you, I don't listen to rap. I listen to country and rock and classical, things like that. Well, they started coming up with a name. G-Rose. It's my rap name.
G-Rose.
G-Rose. They're like,
G-Rose.
G-Rose is going to drop a rose on your grave before she leaves you dead, or something like that.
On this call, 7/18/2017, between Gypsy Rose Blanchard and Mr. Robert. Did y'all hear that? They gave her a name in prison. Jiro. Let's listen a little bit back and see what she says about that again, because I'm kind of taken back by what was just said.
I'm sorry, I forgot myself.
I'm kidding.
Wait.
Yeah, this is my first time, so good.
With piercings, purple hair, and sleeved out, no.
And think about it, no one will recognize you.
That's a good point, but that's not exactly, that's just not me.
Yeah. Oh.
Like, maybe a
Well,
little.
don't worry, though.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Well, don't worry, though.
I already talked about it with Bobby, and he said he's going to give me the family discount. So, that means free. You better give me that tattoo free.
Heard that, Bobby.
So, yeah.
Did she get that
No, you
back
should put
tattoo
the anchor
free?
on your arm, just like,
Yeah.
that's buff shit right there.
No.
Just roll up your sleeve and just show it off.
No. No, I'm not going for gangsta girl. Even though my roommates we have like a lot of fun in our room.
Okay, I want y'all to listen to this part right here, because this call on 7/18/2017 between Gypsy Rose and Mr. Robert, it's their first phone call. Now, apparently they've been in touch through emails and stuff, and Christy sent him to Gypsy. And apparently he comes from one of the Facebook groups, I would assume. And you can find this prison call on YT on the Gypsy Rose prison calls. Now listen to this part very carefully, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly because it's moi that's living with them. And
Mm-hmm.
I make light of everything. And rarely do we ever get into an argument or anything where the room is uncomfortable or anything. So it's usually always light and fluffy and happy. And we're playing games and stuff. And yesterday they were trying to come up with a rap song for me. Now, mind you, I don't listen to rap. I listen to country and rock and classical, things like that. Well, they started coming up with a name. G Rose. It's my rap name.
Listen.
G Rose. They're like
Zeros.
G Rose is gonna drop a rose on your grave before she leaves you dead, or something like that. Oh.
Y'all can find that at the timestamp 3139. And she just said what y'all think she said. So, her cellmates, because they're not roommates, her cellmates wrote a gangster song for her. And they call her Jiro. And let's listen to what she says again.
That's just not me.
Yeah. Oh.
Like, maybe a
Well,
little.
don't worry, though.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Well, don't worry, though.
I already talked about it with Bobby, and he said he's going to give me the family discount. So, that means free. You better give me that tattoo free. So, yeah.
No, you should put the anchor on your arm, just like, that's buff shit right there.
No.
Just roll up your sleeve and just show it off.
No.
I gotta fast forward a
No, I'm not
little
going for gangsta girl. Even though my roommates we have like a lot of fun in our room.
bit. Here it is.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly because it's moi that's living with them. And
Mm-hmm.
Remember, she's
I
in
make
prison.
light of everything. And rarely do we ever get into an argument or anything where the room is uncomfortable or anything. So it's usually always light and fluffy and happy. And we're playing games and stuff. And yesterday they were trying to come up with a rap song for me. Now, mind you, I don't listen to rap. I listen to country and rock and classical, things like that. Well, they started coming up with a name. G Rose. It's my rap name.
Listen.
G-Rose.
G zeros. They're like
Zeros.
zero's gonna drop a rose on your grave before she leaves you dead or something like that. I'm like, oh my god.
Zeros. That's funny.
Yes. Yeah.
You should name your gang. You should name your gang that.
And that's funny, y'all.
Don't say that too loud. They'll be like, oh my god, she started a gang. Lock her up.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I forgot myself.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, this is my first time, so whoever's listening, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine. I don't think they pay attention.
We're in 2026 at 10:17 in the morning on 8/17. Mr. Robert, we're listening to your phone call. Yes, this is the first time that you're speaking with Miss Gypsy. And it's on the 7/18/2017 that you're speaking with her. And here we are 9 years later. We're listening to it. So, we're going to pay attention. Let's go on. And you can find this call on the Gypsy Rose prison calls on YT. And this is 7/18/2017, the first time she talked to Mr. Robert.
All that much. I think it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I think the way they say it's like, oh, everything's recorded. But I mean, I know it's recorded, but I don't think that they're on the other, in some room listening to every single word.
y'all, at 10:20 in the morning on 8/17/2026. Are we sitting in the room listening to every single word? Because she doesn't think that we are. She doesn't think that 9 years later anybody's going to be hearing any of this. So let's continue. Because she just said it's not like they're in the other room or something listening to every single word. Let's go.
Yeah.
I think too, it's just they're gonna be like, oh my god, Gypsy stays forever on the phone. 'Cause me
Yeah,
and
she
Mom
do
can
forever
spend
on the
hours
phone.
talking on the phone about everything.
That's good.
Yes, that is good. That's good to know. That y'all stay for hours on the phone talking about everything. Because you're supposed to be in prison. And if I'm correct about it, when you're in prison, if you don't have the money, you don't get to sit on the phone for hours. So you spent a lot of money over that 8 years to sit on the phone for hours. To spend half your sentence on the phone, actually. So if you spent half your sentence on the phone and then half of it sleeping, when did you serve any time?
Yeah. And I mean, I'm starting to get that way with Dad. But it's just been like really recently. And, like I guess we kind of hit a breakthrough because one night I was talking to Mom on the phone and he says that Mom's going to take a bath and he just tells me, could I tell you something, but don't tell your mom?
Oh.
And I'm like, yeah, I mean, of course. And he's like, and this is where I was stressed out for a good week and a half, freaking out for a while. And so he tells me, I hope that me and Mom will still be together by the time you get out. And I'm like, I'm not processing what he's trying to tell me. I'm like, okay. And he's like,
Gypsy? Gypsy?
Oh, she fell off.
Gypsy?
Okay. On this call, 7/18/2017, between Gypsy Rose and Mr. Robert, Gypsy's talking about her dad and her stepmom's relationship and wondering if they're going to be together when she gets out. I don't know about anybody else, but that's not information that I think I would be talking to my kids about, especially if they were in a situation like that. But that's just me. Let's continue on and see what else they say. I think she just fell out of the call, but she'll be back.
Gypsy.
The person you called has hung up. Hello, this is a free call from an offender at the Chillicothe Correctional
Hold on,
Center.
let me-
This call is from a correctional facility.
As long as I've been alive, I think they got married maybe a year or so after I was born. So they've been together and knowing each other for
That's
they've
not-
been together. They've been together as long as I've been alive.
Okay, that's not correct because we know that Gypsy was born in 91 and they didn't get married. Christy and Rod didn't get married until I think it was 98. So it was not a year after.
I think they've been.
And with that being said, I'm pretty sure that Dee Dee and Rod were still married for maybe 2 to 3 years after they had separated. If I'm wrong about that, please correct me, but I think they were.
They got married maybe a year or so after I was born. So they've been together and knowing each other for even longer than that. I think they went to school together. So they were already friends whenever they started, dating and everything. And so they've been together for a long time. And this couple, I idolize their marriage. Like, I'm like, oh, well, it doesn't matter, what people say about marriages and stuff, because at least I have a marriage that I could look up to and, believe in that, that people can stay together. And he drops this bombshell on me. And now it just freaks me out, and I had to confide in him myself, because I'm like, Dad, look, when you told me that, I wasn't processing it quite yet, and I wasn't myself for a couple days after that. I was like, people noticed that I wasn't smiling, I wasn't happy, I was just very sad,
please tell.
looking like I was depressed, something was wrong, and that's just not my personality. So people knew that something was wrong, and I'm like, how do I even explain this to anyone? Because I just don't know how to process it right now. I'm like, is my dad saying that he wants a divorce? Because that's what it sounded like. And so I asked him again, I'm like, how are things going? And he's like, no change. And I said, can you at least tell me, is it my fault? And he said, no.
Now on this call on 7/18/2017 between Gypsy and Mr. Robert, it's their first phone call together. And Rod basically told her that there was problems between him and Christy. And now Gypsy's wanting to know if it was her fault. Now, why would you think that? What? Oh, goodness. You're not always the center of attention. The world does not revolve around you. Not everything that goes on revolves around Gypsy.
It's not your fault. They had been going through a rut for like 10 years. And so...
Jesus.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is nothing new. Because I'm like thinking maybe things are a bit more stressful now that I'm back in their lives. They have to travel more. It just... I couldn't help but think that maybe...
And I have a question. Why is it that they can travel now, but before they couldn't do the traveling or to make the effort? Because Dee Dee offered. Because I remember one time in particular when the body was getting hit by a hurricane, and she offered for a bunch of the family to come up. And nobody took her up on the offer. And then the whole vacation thing. Come on.
Because of me...
This call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
What the hell?
It does that every once in a while. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it does it all the time, like every 30 minutes or so. But,
weird.
yeah. So anyway, I was like, can you...
Robert, on 7/18/2017, when you said that's weird, it's because you're talking to her while she's in prison. So the calls are recorded. And now, on 8/17/2026. We are listening to your first phone call with Miss Gypsy.
At least tell me what y'all having problems with. And he's like, he wants to do stuff. Like, he asked her, let's go out for a drink. And she'll be like, well, we have wine in the fridge. You know,
Oh,
he
yeah.
wants to do romantic stuff with her, and she's a homebody, so she doesn't want to go out, you know. And so, anyway, so I talked to her, and she started telling me that they got into an argument, and I asked what the argument was about, and and she was like, well, he's bitching at me, saying that I don't do anything, even though he's off, you know, all the time at work, and he does a lot more than I do. But you know how she has a neck injury. Well,
Yeah.
you know, so it's like she's limited to what she can do in a full day, whereas he is used to working a lot. But, you know, I'm getting both of them telling me what's wrong about the other. And I'm like trying to tell Dad have more patience and stick it out. Try and talk to her more. Do something, ask her to do something spontaneous. Keep trying to do that. And then I talked to her, and I was like,
7/18/2017, in this phone call between Gypsy and Robert. It's her first phone call, and we know that Christy sent Mr. Robert over. My question is with her being in prison right now, why are her grown parents, that she calls them, because it's a parent, just Mr. Rod is your parent, Miss Christy is your step parent, and why are they telling you their business? Because I wouldn't think that would be something that I would want to put on my kid while they're dealing with a murder charge in prison and trying to do a book and a movie and everything else, and all up in everybody's business, and then gets on the phone with other people. This is the first time that she talked to this man, and she's telling him about her whole life. And not even her life. She's telling him about Christy and Rod's life. And we are listening to it in 2026 on 8/17 at 10:30 in the morning. I mean, did you not expect this? Oh yeah, that's right. A little bit before this, in this phone call, she says that she doesn't think that anybody's sitting in a room listening to this. Well, I can tell you, I'm sitting in my living room right now listening to it.
well, you know, why don't you go out on a date with Dad? You know, how long has it been since you've actually went on a romantic date or something? And
Yeah.
she's like, well, we stopped at Lowe's, and that was spontaneous. I'm like banging my head on the phone. I'm like, I want to say, that's not what I mean. And then I'm like, and me and her, we talk about, like, we're adults, so we get into some adult conversations. I'm like, how long has it been since you guys had sex? And she's like,
There's some conversations that you should not have, even with a parent, even with anybody.
Oh,
Hello, ladies.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to join.
Holy cow, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's
I didn't even
fine.
touch my phone. I was working on my work laptop. That's bizarre. But
Oh,
I love listening to you, so I'm going to
okay.
drop.
I'll drop you.
Thanks.
Okay. Okay, on this call, y'all.
like, I mean, like last week, but before that it was like 3 months ago. And I'm like,
Aw.
he's a
Okay, I don't need to know
dude. He's off, you know, working
TMI.
20 days. And I'm like, get him from the week, you know. Someone's trying to be a love coach here.
I think that's so awesome of you, though. I mean, you know, despite your circumstances, you're here trying to help your friend. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, no, I mean, that's so sweet. But I mean,
Step-parent.
you do know, though, that I mean, they're going to make whatever decisions they're going to make. You know that, right?
I know. And I know that there's nothing I can do about it. he talked it over with Mia and Dylan, and Mia said she is surprised it didn't happen any sooner. Like, she's just talking about this now. She's thought it would happen more sooner. And
Well, for me though, I just don't want you to hold it. Like, I don't want you to hold any guilt about it. You know?
no, I mean, that's not to the point where I accept whatever happens, and I told Dad, I'm like, I just want you to be happy, and
Yeah.
I love you both, and I obviously I want you guys to stay together, just because
Of course, yeah.
that's what I want, and I mean, my mother and Dad broke up and got divorced when I was a baby, so I
Yeah.
don't remember any of that, so I didn't have to go through those emotions, and so now that I'm older and I'm like, I can understand those emotions now, and I'm like, I kind of understand why people kind of slip whenever they, their parents tell them we're getting a divorce or something, I understand those emotions now, whereas I didn't before.
But this is 2017, only a couple of years after you did what you did. Why would you have that strong of emotions towards Christy?
Well, and plus, I mean, even if they did, I mean, it's a lot easier because y'all are all grown up, you know?
Right.
I mean, so it's not like they have, like teenagers to deal with, you know? I mean, well, Mia's what, 16?
Yeah, she's just turned 16. So I mean,
Yeah, so I mean, yeah,
I
she's able to.
figure it out until after Mia goes off to college. And by the time she's in college, I'll be coming home. If if things don't work out with the petition, by the time they all leave, I'm gonna be coming home. And I mean,
Oh, well, did you hear we got 2,500?
we did?
Yeah, we're actually over right now.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
wonderful. Aw. I'm gonna have Dad set a new goal because he wants as many as possible. And I can.
Well, yeah, it was extended. There's 2,500 more.
Oh my. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, people are still signing though. Like last time I checked, it was like 2536, I believe.
Okay, so they're
Wow.
talking about
So-
the signatures
Yeah.
on the
That's
petition.
amazing. I'm so touched by how much support I've gotten. Because definitely in the beginning it was rough. People just hating me for absolutely no reason. These are people that don't know me.
Absolutely no reason, y'all. She thinks there's absolutely no reason.
From Adam, but they want to judge. And I'm like, I can't stop that from happening. But after the documentary came out, I'm like, people could judge the situation based on them having, I'm not going to say every fact that exists, but a good portion of all of the facts.
But the main fact that they left out from the documentaries is the reason why you got the plea deal. And that's not right. Because you have a microdeletion. So everything that your mother did for you was based on your symptoms that you had at the time. So that's all thrown out the window. So they're not getting anything but lies from these documentaries and movies, and it's fictitious. It's not true.
Well, yeah. I mean, like I told you in my letter. I mean, it's like, people are not willing to go deeper. You know, they're not willing.
In 2026, we have gone as deep as we can on this. We have pulled FOIA documents, emails, videos, phone calls, materials. I'm not sure what more we can get to look any deeper.
To kind of see the big picture. They just see, what they want to see. And it's funny because, a lot of people are hypocrites because it's like, try empathy for a second, Try putting yourself in someone else's shoes and seeing how you would react in that situation,
Right. And it's hard for people because I didn't grow up how other people did. So
yeah, that's another big thing too,
my understanding and their understanding is two different kinds of understanding. So, if you factor that into it, it's difficult for them to understand because they're like, well, why didn't you try to run away? Well, I did, and I got as far as cross town and got brought back. So, I tried twice. So it's not like I didn't try the options out before.
Yeah, yeah.
Hello. Did you mean to come up? Hello? Is anybody out there? You there? Pet lover? Okay, I'm gonna assume that it was an accident, and if you want to come back up, just request again.
No, you don't need to convince me. Yeah, I mean,
And pet lover, if you want to come back up, just request again.
it's victim blaming. That's essentially what it is.
Yeah.
And you know what that is?
I assume it's to blame somebody that just was trying to get out of that situation.
Well, I mean, essentially was victim blaming. It's like, well, why didn't you run away? You know what I mean?
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like, it's not as easy, and it's kind of like people who are in abusive relationships.
Mhm.
It's like, well, what?
We saw the videos that she was doing, and there was a phone directly behind her. And we seen these videos because of the FOIA. Now, this phone that was directly behind her rang a few times in a few different videos while she was alone at her house when her mama was gone, making videos for Nick.
Why didn't you just leave? You know what I mean? It's like, life is not black and white like that. And
There are lots of shades of gray.
it's the same. Well, that's the thing, though, that I think a lot
It's
of
not
people
50
miss
Shades
is
Grey.
that it's like, well, how can you do that to your mother and then claim that you love her still? And it's like, well, think about it. I mean, a parent's love is unconditional.
Right.
And you know what I mean? And then, I mean, if you think about it, a child's love is unconditional as well, because your parents are your first loves. You know what I mean? Like your father is your first
Exactly.
love,
Always
and your
have
mother's your
first
first love. Even though, like, well, there's some weird psychology behind that. Like, boys love their mothers, and then girls love their dads.
Hey, it's true. I mean, I've heard that whole psychology thing before, and so yeah. Of course, for me, it didn't work out that way because I didn't go for somebody that was like my father. But I mean,
Well, I think it was just an escape. I mean, is that how you felt?
to be honest, like my roommates and I, we have talked about it, and they've seen like a picture of Nick, and they've heard how he is through various sources, and they're like, Gypsy, what were you thinking? Like, that didn't raise a red flag for you? I'm like, listen, I wasn't allowed to date. I didn't expect to have social
Hi,
gatherings.
sweetheart.
You didn't know
I
what
just
you
want
didn't
to
know what a
say
red flag
that,
was.
yeah,
Hello.
good old pimp juice for that last comment. That's all. And everything that has been
Oh, yeah.
said is a lie from her mouth. It's disgusting. It actually repulses me to the utmost disastrous things. I don't even know what to say right now.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty much at a loss for words because, I mean, the phone calls speak for themselves. Every question that we've wondered about, anything that we've been curious about, is coming out in these phone calls. Clear as day. And I don't understand what will happen next. If anything, I mean, it's no big deal, right? It's no big deal. State of Missouri, they don't care. So why should we? But it's not right. Dee Dee did nothing to deserve what happened to her, and her name should
Like,
be cleared.
even with everything that's been going on has been disgusting. It's I can't even fathom like the shit. Like, it's gross.
No, I can't either. But you ready to go on?
Right, exactly. And so it's like my attorney, attorney turned friend, told me whenever I was going through my case, he's like, how could you see the red flags whenever all you know is in this little box, and the red flags are outside of the box? So it's
Yeah.
like, how could you see the red flags if you're
Because what she did was something totally different than what Mike thought she did. And those red flags were inside the box.
inside the box, and all you know is inside the box? And so I'm like, yeah, there was weird things, but I lived with also a weird mother. So, and they were similar, and I think that's what made it easy to transition. And
Yeah. Mhm.
because it's like, I know that there has been media sources saying that I was into Wicca or whatever. That's not true.
Really? I never read that.
Yeah, in one of the newsleader articles, Nick had said that I put a binding with a love spell on him.
Did y'all know about that? Because I didn't. But that's what I've always said, that she did that and buried that jar in the backyard. Because if we look back to the emails, he also talks about it with his friend Allie. And he tells her that I can't do anything or go anywhere because Gypsy put this binding spell on me. And here, right here in this call on 7/18/2017, between Gypsy and Robert, it's their first phone call. And you can find it on YT under Gypsy Rose Prison Calls. And she's telling this man, Robert, about Nick had said that I put a binding love spell on him. And he told the news people that.
And so, and I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm sorry. That's kind of hilarious.
And
Well, no, like,
I find it hilarious that it turned into a jar with a cow tongue that was buried in the backyard by Dee Dee. I find that hilarious. And you put it in your book.
it's kind of obvious that he doesn't understand what Wicca is, and that's just what makes it hilarious. Sorry.
And so I'm like, to people who read that, I'm like, no, that didn't happen. However, I confided in him by telling him that my mom used to always say that she had like powers, like psychic powers, and that she was a witch. And so, I had told him that, and in turn, he told me that he's part vampire and a bunch of other bullshit that.
Now, wouldn't that have been the perfect time to tell Mr. Robert the story about your mom with the cow tongue in the jar and burying it in the backyard because you got tied up because of Mr. Dan and thrown in the shed and all that other stuff that happened to you? Wouldn't that have been a perfect time to tell Robert about that?
Was all lies. Of course I didn't know that. I was like, oh, you're a vampire. Oh, that's so cool. You're such an idiot. So,
Well, I don't think you were. Can I tell you something, Gypsy?
yeah.
I mean, it's 7:00, so I don't know if you have to go.
Oh, no, my dad leaves at midnight, so I still have
Okay.
time to call.
Okay. The reason that I became really, really interested in you, and I'm not trying to be like creepy or anything like that, but well, I mean, I was in when I was about 17, I was in an online relationship as well for about 4 years, and it turned really destructive as well. And to be perfectly honest with you, I mean, the things have turned differently. I mean, I think you and I could have switched places. So that's why I kind of like, you know, felt so deeply for you. And
So in this call on 7/18/2017 between Gypsy and Robert, it's the first phone call. He's saying because he was in an online relationship for 4 years, he understood what Gypsy was going through. There's nothing spoken about spoosh, medical, or otherwise. He is talking about the online relationship between Nick and Gypsy.
that's why I mean, I kind of, you know, I want to kind of, what? Yeah, of course. Well, that, and I mean, I also have a very, very overprotective mother.
Oh, okay.
And overprotective father. So, yeah, I mean, nowhere near the extent that you experienced. You know, I'm not trying to.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not trying to.
Overprotective parents out there. I completely understand.
Yeah, well, I mean, no, to the point where, I mean, it's just ridiculous. But, and I'm 33 right now, and it's.
So on 7/18/2017, Robert, you're not talking about any medical stuff going on. You're talking about her mom being overprotective.
You know, I just can't believe them. But they're so in denial. It's so strange to me. But anyway, no, I'm not trying to diminish your experience at all. But I was just trying to explain to you, like, I mean, where I'm coming from. You know what I mean? So you're kind of like, who's this creepy guy? You know?
No.
Come out of the woodwork.
No,
Oh,
trust
okay.
me. If I would have thought you were creepy, I wouldn't have wrote you back or called you or anything. So ask
That's true.
Ask Mom about this. All right, so there's this guy. He's from Kansas City, and he's 55, and he wrote me after seeing the documentary. Okay. And, like, I generally was writing thank you notes. I guess he took that as I'm single, like a dating sort of opportunity or something, because he thought, whenever we were like just talking and like writing each other, like he asked me what my favorite things are. Okay, that's, you know, fine. I don't mind telling people my favorite food or stuff like that. Okay, but then things started to get a little creepy. Like he's like, I hope we can be friends. I really hope we can be friends. Oh, by the way, I looked up where your dad stays, and there's not that much that's there in Chillicothe and stuff like that. I'm like, you looked up where my dad stays? That's creepy.
What?
And then my roommate, sometimes she'll read my mail. Like I'll be like, hey, this was nice that someone sent. But then whenever I'm like, Becky, does this seem a little bit stalkerish? She read it and she's like, oh my God, don't write this guy back. And so I stopped writing him. And I only wrote like 2 letters, okay? Well, he writes me back 4 more that says, why aren't you writing me? You mean so much to me, and I'm gonna miss what could have been. I'm like, dude, I wrote you 1 letter. Like,
oh, wow.
What is going on right now?
I can't stand that. They're cellmates, not roommates.
So I told Mom about it. I'm like, if he's on Facebook, block him.
She's not your mama.
He's stalking you guys, wondering where you guys stay and stuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So trust me, if I would have thought you were creepy, I would have not responded.
Well, that's comforting. Oh my God, I cannot believe you have to deal with that crap.
Yeah, but I mean, if I don't want somebody's mail, I can always go back and talk to the caseworker about it, and they'll block whoever's mail, so I won't get it, because that's what I had to do.
She's been blocking forever, y'all.
Contacted me in a
It's
form
not just the comments.
of his friend that went to prison, and he told his friend, hey, hey, write my girl, she's in Chillicothe or whatever. And so his friend writes me. And it's basically saying that Nick does not hate me. He hopes that he could be in communication with me whenever he goes to prison. He has a lot on his plate right now. But he hopes we could be in contact. So first thing I do, I run downstairs and I call Mom. I'm like, he found me. He knows where I'm at. Like, oh my God. You know, I knew it was going to happen at some point.
Okay, y'all. If anybody's seen my page like recently, y'all know I have that part of that phone call where Christy's talking to Gypsy, and Christy says it was Victor, remember? And then she says something about if you wouldn't have ran out of that room, you might not be here. That's what Gypsy's talking about, that phone call right now, because that's the same phone call that Gypsy's reading the letter from Nick in. And you can also find that on Gypsy Rose Prison Calls on YT.
But I didn't expect it to be this soon. And I said, get Mike on the phone, ask him what I should.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think the date on that one is 5/16/2017.
Because I don't want to write this person back and be like, you know, I don't want to talk to Nick because I don't want anything to fall back on me.
In case of what?
His attorney or something be like, hey, we're writing each other. Because that wouldn't, I mean, I've worked so freaking hard to get past falling back into believing his manipulations. So I was like, I don't want to fall back. If it was the old me, and it was probably about a month or so after my case or during my case or whatever, I would have jumped on that. I would have been like, yeah, I'm writing you, and I still love you, blah, blah, blah. No, that's not me anymore. And, you know, he doesn't know that we're not together anymore, but I know that, and everybody that is around me knows that.
So, as of 7/18/2017, Nick does not know that they're not together anymore. Whenever she calls Christy, it was back on 5/16/2017. And she tells, you know, Christy that he wrote this letter. Well, Gypsy, if you didn't write him back, why would he still think that y'all are together?
So whenever he does figure that out, he's going to get the shock of his life, and I think he's going to go ballistic. Because, I mean, he threatened to kill me in county.
Convicted?
Yeah. Like, he was sending messages telling different people to tell Gypsy, like telling his bunkie that, yeah, I'm going to kill Gypsy. And, you know, he's threatened to kill me before to my face. I did not even see that as a red flag.
Listen.
Wow, yeah.
So, I mean, it was a very, like you were in, a very destructive, bad relationship.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, why don't you just close the computer or block him? And I'm like, you don't understand. My heart is attached. I can't just block my own heart, you know. So.
Well, time, you know, I mean, what's really good though, what you have though, the advantage is that you have awareness, you know?
Right.
I mean, you can see it's like, you know, you're kind of your bullshit filter is ramping up when you're hearing it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And you're just like bullshit, you know, flying through the screen. And you're just like, okay. And you know, you can just. What's cool though is that if you exercise that and you pay more attention, I mean, you can just brush that shit off. You know what I mean?
Right. And I have the hardest time with, you know, standing up for myself. A lot of people worry about me not getting taken advantage of. Even in here, I don't think I do. But a lot of people that I run with and that are around me say that I do. Just because it used to be a lot worse, okay? People used to be like, can I get a cup of coffee? I used to give them a whole bag. Just things like that. But every once in a while they'll be like, I need this, I need that, and if I can spare it, I'll lend it to them or whatever. But I have to stop doing that because I'm like, I need to take care of myself. My dad does not give me money to take care of everyone else. He gives me money to take care of me. And it just breaks your heart whenever you see someone and they don't have.
Y'all, I have to continue this later. I'm getting phone calls from my husband left and right, so I have to shut down for now. But we will pick back